Hello. You see, I have been on a road trip again, so let's see what I got this time. Let's have a look at this. What is this? Pretty big. 60 horsepower. Johnson. First attempt to start up the engine. I just cracked the key and I heard it and I put on the water. Let's go for it. That's not working. First startup attempt was not succeeded. It was cranking, that's good. It was cranking good, that's good. We have a good starter, so that's fine. I hit one puff at some point, so there should be some kind of spark. But afterwards it wouldn't crank anymore. So now I need to figure out why. I will also clean it up because it's so dirty that I hate it. There's a lot of loose ends with some cables and everything. What it came with was actually this here. This one, I hooked this one up, so that's good. But I still have this cable here. I need to look up the wires here if they are the correct color or not. Also here I have one. What I'm a little bit disappointed about is actually that I thought the cables was for the trim. So when I hook this one up here, I feel here nothing. Oh my god, I thought. Then I looked at the engine because I thought, okay, something else is going on. I'll put this one down. So I looked at the engine and thought, where is the wire for the trim? And actually, there's no trim on this one. There's a tilt assistant. Look, I'll get this one up. I'll show. Here you can see there's a tilt assistant that is helping the engine to go up. If you look how nice that one actually is, that's pretty impressive. They normally are totally dirty and stuff like that. The engine is a little bit dirty, as you can see here. It's not the cleanest engine that I have. I will take it around. And this is how it looks. I think this one have been replaced because it looks pretty new and there's some markings on it. The VRO pump is there. I will not use that one. You can also see that the guy that had it before me blended off. This is for the VRO pump. The solenoid. Oh, could actually be the solenoid. If you look here, it seems pretty good. So that's not it doesn't seem that old. If you look here, the carburetors, they look almost brand new. That's a little bit weird. The choke here, I can actually hear that says click, so it should spray some gasoline to the engine. All over, it is actually a pretty beautiful engine. I will wash it up, then I will find out why it's not starting. Oh. Yesterday's disappointment was just a flat battery. I cleaned it up so it's a little bit nicer now. So now we will put the water on. We will actually see if we can get it started this time. Hopefully it will say more than puff puff puff. I also have some start spray that I can try. And we will also test the spark and everything today. So let's just dig into the engine, see what we can find. In around here, but you need to test it full throttle. So I just tested the spark, and the spark was very good, but the compression, it was around 75, a little bit over. When I pushed the full throttle, as you should actually, it come up to almost 100 on them all. They are pretty close to each other, but still I thought I will get 125 or something like that. So it's a little bit low, but I do not think it's an issue. I do not know what it should be, but as long as they are pretty tight on each other, it's okay. And the spark, beautiful, so let's go for the gear oil. I just loosened this one just to see the gear oil. It was not stuck at all, and also the top one was not stuck. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. No water, a little bit black oil. On this one, no issues. Wow. It's a little bit black, but it's okay. It doesn't smell of anything at all. Good. Just a couple of things to do. Yeah, it takes some hours. This one I used for the new engine. It don't have a trim, but the wire is actually working on it. I got the engine on. I just need the mount here, and I also need some bolts to bolt back on, and actually I have a lot of stuff going on here, but this is just a nice cold beer. Cheers. Today is the day where I need to test this engine on the Shetland here. Once again, a test trip. I have not been on a boat trip this year that was not a test trip, and I have not sailed many times this year. So I have fixed engine, put engine on, tested it, take it off again, put a new one on. So today the weather, the forecast is perfect. No wind, sun, a little skies. I love it today. So I take my boy, my wife, to go to a sail trip, and they hate test trips. I don't want to go on a test trip. But today, let's test this one. Yep, then I'm sitting here and look like an idiot. The engine won't start. Flat battery one more time. I have my very old shitty boost starter with me, and that didn't help. I actually also put the other battery that also in the boat on, but still couldn't start it. And there was no doubt, flat battery. So charge up your battery before going sailing. That is a tip from me today. So now my wife and my boy is just running over there, and I'm pretty mad. Now the battery is fully charged again. I will try to start the engine. And I will look at this. Now it would start. Thank you. What actually did the trick was actually that I was pushing the choke very hard in, and then it actually came. So maybe it's just a little choke issue. I'll just turn the key again. Back on the sea again. This time I hope it will start. Yesterday's disappointment was so shitty, but I started up in the evening. It was starting good. No issue with the battery actually. So what I think it was an issue with the choke, but it should still say poof poof poof, but it didn't. So let's go for a test. Put in the key a lot. And I didn't, you can see here, I didn't even lift this one up. Okay, I will start it again. Okay, so let's just warm it up a little bit. Okay, first of all, it's actually pretty nice. Reverse gear is working, forward gear is working. It's still pissing water, so that's good. And right now it's the sound of the engine is actually pretty good. I don't hear any misfires at all, but still this is only just a small speed. So let's just see what it will do when we're coming up to a little higher speed here. Let's give it a little bit. Start small. It feels nice. man now, ne? Yep. I sailed up against the wind. The top speed was around 41 kilometers an hour, and that is actually what I think this engine should do. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm glad that I brought my phone with me, because when I look at my Garmin here, it says that the top speed is 22 kilometers an hour. That is not true. So now I will sail with the wind. I guess the wind right now is in around 4 meters per second or something like that. It is planning okay. It's take a little time to get up and plan, and maybe if I want to buy the trim flaps to it, it will be okay. But when it first is up and planning, the speed is actually okay. With the 40 horsepower, I come up to a top speed of 31 kilometers per hour, but it has really struggled to get up and plan. So this one is a much better suited engine for this boat here, and I think this is the perfect setup. A 4-stroke will be better, but what I have now, what I think this is a very good project, but it didn't cost me a lot of money. It cost me a lot of time to get the engine, work on the engine. This one I just bought it, put it on. I haven't even serviced it yet. So when we are getting home, new spark plug, gear oil, everything just needs to be perfect. I am so happy, and the weather is so good. Look. After sailing a little bit up against the wind, with the wind, I actually came up on 45 kilometers an hour with the wind. That is pretty good. But I have a little struggle when I turned off the engine and was just enjoying the sun. When I started the engine again, it didn't idle very good. Then I started it, put it in gear and pushed it, and the result of that is this video. What the fuck is this? Didn't it turn on all 3 cylinders this time? That was pretty weird. I will now sail 1 or 2 kilometers full speed that way, just to see how it's actually handling full speed. So I'll go up against the wind, turn around, get back, just to see if we get some issue with the engine or something like that. Because right now I have a feeling that, okay, it's a good engine, but I've got some trust issues also. $51, $47. Let's check here. $58, $60, $62, $62, $60. Okay, and then it's hot. It's not burning hot. This is a little bit hotter, I can feel. Okay, I feel that it's more than 60. But they are the same, and it's not burning hot, it's not smelling bad or something like that. For now, I'll end this video. I'm pretty satisfied with the engine right now. So trust issues a little bit, but it's not the worst thing. I will go home and I will make a service on the engine. That will be another video. So for me, it is just the whole thing is finished, ready. And one thing I need to say, have fun, sail safe, see you in the next video.